Today we are reading Getting Angry Customers at Home, Listen Woman, I Don't Go to School Here, Mistaken for Telecommunications Store Employee, No, I Am 14, Petty, I Don't Work Here, and Someone Thought I Worked for the inn that my prom was held in. Let's try to reach 300 likes for this video and make sure you subscribe to enjoy the craziest and the funniest retail stories. For more I Don't Work Here Lady videos, check out the playlist in the description. Congratulations Josh for the comment of the day, and now it is the time to fight Karen. Let's do this. Getting angry customers at home. I work overnight and I come home when everyone else is going to work. Today I am coming home after a very long 12 hours at work. I live on a really busy street, lots of traffic and pedestrian. It's not Main Street, but it might as well be. I recently moved in here and it is a very nice 3-bedroom apartment at a super reasonable rate. I'm overall very excited to be living here, but there's one major downside. It's above a teeth whitening business. So far, this has only meant that I have to be aware of noise when the woman who owns the business is downstairs with a client, since I am home during everyone else's business hours. And she sometimes parks behind my car when I have to go somewhere, even though she is not supposed to use the driveway. Today I am coming home and a guy is walking by. As I am walking up my front step, he angrily calls to get my attention. At this point, I'm dead tired and my patience is hovering around 0. He says, "I've been trying to call you all week." He does not respond well to the visible confusion on my face. "If you can't answer the phone, the least you can do is call people back." I am still confused and ask why he will be calling me. Because I am exhausted and my last brain cells were about to not crash my car, so I can put 2 and 2 together. He doesn't get it and just says, "I was gonna call you again today, but now you can't avoid me." I can't even form words anymore, so he just says, "You're the dentist lady, right?" Finally, I understand and calmly say, "No, I just live upstairs." And he just walks away with another word of apology. I should also point out that I was wearing my uniform that is obviously not dental, as well as a name tag with the name of my employer on it. And everyone who lives here knows of my workplace, and it is very obvious looking at the house that people live there too. Edit, I have not read all the comments, but a lot of the ones I've seen are focusing on the fact that I mentioned this lady sometimes parks in my driveway and blocks me in. I should have made it more clear that this is only a minor inconvenience, since she does it only when she's stopping by the office quick and not when she's with a client. So she's always more available to move it, only delaying me by a couple of minutes at most. The parking on my street is metered, so I can understand where she's coming from with it. And as I said in some replies, I am not interested in causing undue tension with people I have to share the building with. I am definitely not gonna get her towed, but passive aggression stickers on her very nice car or complain to my also very nice landlady about it. I am a pretty agreeable and passive person. It takes a lot to piss me off to the point of action. The most I do is ask for a discount on teeth whitening. Listen woman, I don't go to school here. So today I had state testing at the local high school. I am homeschooled, but I still have to take the state tests. I finished the exam and was calling my sister to come pick me up. Then the special ED woman walked up to me. The special ED woman, "Young lady, what are you doing not in class?" "I'm going home, just calling my sister to come pick me up." "So you're trying to ditch school?" "Actually, I am homeschooled and have a math test I need to do, so I was going to take it." "Since you're not listening, I'll take you to class myself." "But no, come with me. Tell me the name of your 3rd period teacher and you won't get in trouble." "I don't have one." "Very funny. Now I will give you one more chance before I'm taking you to the office. Then you will get a detention and be sent back to class." I'm checking on my phone. "My sister just got here. I've got to go." "That is it. We're going to the principal right now." So she marches me to his office and he says, "What is the problem, ma'am?" "This girl was ditching class and on her phone. You can get Saturday school for that, missy. You can't give Saturday school to someone who doesn't attend this high school. What? As I was trying to tell her, I am homeschooled and just coming in for my exams. Can I go home now? My sister is waiting. I then give my name and he checks my ID. And the woman was annoyed at me for wasting her time, and I started to begin walking out. As I was leaving, I had the idea to put my shirt over my head and wave to her. I doubt she got what I was trying to say, but it sure felt great. Hopefully tomorrow we won't have the same trouble. Mistaken for telecommunications store employee. I was waiting patiently in a telecommunications store at the mall, so I could ask if I could charge my phone there. A lady came up to me asking about one of the phones, and I apologized and tell her, I don't work here, sorry. I was genuinely surprised when it happened, and it gave me a huge sense of confidence. I was dressed in black pants and a burgundy shirt, both ironed. The reason I was dressed so nicely was because I was going for an interview for a job. I had a good shower that day to make sure I smelled good. I had shaved and somehow managed to find money for a haircut. Anyway, I turned up for the interview and it literally took about 3 hours. By the end of the interview, she started asking supervisor level questions and was curious as to my ambitions with the company. At the end, she then handed me a contract and I completely failed at hiding my excitement. It did not even bother me that it was quite late at this point, and neither did it bother me that the walk home was another 3 hours away because I could not afford the bus. I smiled the whole way back, clutching the contract in both hands. It really stuck with me though. When that lady thought I was an employee at the telecommunications store, last week I was homeless. I had a full beard and wore clothes that had not been washed for a few weeks. I had a lot of skills and qualifications, but I fell on hard times. I had no support network at all, and my references were really old. Now I have been given an opportunity, and I intend to make the most out of it. If I work hard, it seems like a promotion could be just around the corner. Right now, I am living in emergency communal housing and intend to go flatting when I can afford the bond. My dream would be to rent a place and to get some basic furniture. No, I am 14. Kind of a strange story. Sorry about my bad grammar. Backstory time. My mom and dad have rebuilt out a 120-year-old house to be much more up to date, so they know how to do things involving putting stuff together. That process took about 6 years to fix our house. I am a very nervous person, and I don't enjoy social interaction unless it is with people I already know. Eye contact is not my forte. Now to the story. My mom and dad's friend wanted to hang out and have my mom and dad help put their new shower in. They have a few kids, so I like to play with them. The kids and my brother and I have gotten bored with making couch cushion forts, and they suggested we go to a park. I was down to go, so as a large pack of kids ranging from age 6 to 14, I was the oldest, ran up the stairs and all asked her parents at once, who were in the middle of putting the new tub in the bathroom, asked and just wanted us to be away. They said sure. I was getting close to night and it was a little chilly, so we all bundled up in our clothes and we walked to the park. We get there and no one is there besides us, so naturally, like any 14-year-old like me, I instantly started playing on the playset, keeping my eye on the others to make sure they did not hurt themselves as kids do. Then, about 5 minutes into playing pirates or something, a lady with a dog come to the park. Since I have ADHD, I instantly noticed the lady and her dog and just kept my distance. But as these social kids do, they all see the dog and instantly have to go pet the dog. Left alone on the playset, I get down and follow them. The lady handed them one of the kids a ball and told them to throw it. So the kid did, and pretty far too. And here's the I don't work here lady part comes in, sorry about that. The kids are out in the field chasing the dog and the lady looks over and asks me the following. Hey, you look familiar. Which I have never seen this lady in my life, so I just kinda chuckled awkwardly, not knowing what to do. Do you work at the hospital named Hospital? Which, if you don't know me very well, my hair is always dyed a funky color and I look nothing like a working adult. I respond, "No, I'm just here watching my friends' kids." Very awkwardly, not knowing what to do. Very uncomfortable because she was staring right into my eyes. I called over the kids and told them it was getting dark and we needed to go back because my mom texted me, which she did not. I just wanted to leave. I got back and we ate pizza and then went home. Bonus story. Some kid in another park once asked me if I work at the YMCA in that town and then pulled a fit when their dad told them it was time to go and then had to get pulled off the playset because they wanted to stay. Petty, I don't work here. This is kind of long but for such a small amusement, but here it is. Mobile warning, and I know I was the jerk but it was worth it. I work 14-hour shift, usually 6:30 in the evening to 8:30 the following morning. So I am usually a little grumpy if I have to go anywhere but home and bed after I get off work. I am also not a fan of Walmart, but it's pretty much the only grocery store open on my way home. I live in a small town in the Bible Belt and, being an atheist, I'm not very popular. Okay, let's be real here. I am basically shunned by the majority of the town. As said previously, I don't like going to Walmart, but I got a text from my roommate the night before for a couple small things to pick up before I came home. I am in line waiting to be checked out for personal reasons. I always go to a cashier because I hate self-checkout. I've never been a cashier and never wanted to be one. I'm not paying too much attention to the line, but randomly I hear, "Sir, sir." I look around as being in my 30s and having kids. Sir is something I answer to these days. The cashier is waving at me, third in line still, and after she gets my attention, "You can go to self-checkout." I crack a grin and just say, "Oh, that's okay, I don't work here." She turns bright red as the couple in front of me and the guy behind me burst out laughing. Another cashier relieved her after her next customer to go on break, so I did not get anything to follow up, but it was worth the laugh to end off a long day. Edit. Obviously, I missed a bit of backstory. The town I live in is pretty small. The cashier in question went to high school with me and did her part in making sure my school career was more than a little rough. She is very religious to the point of wanting to be a 50s housewife and was forced to get a job so her parents will continue to pay her bills. Someone thought I worked for the inn that my prom was held in. So this is my first time I am using Reddit, so sorry if it's crappy, not on mobile. DQ is my friend, N is my best friend, M the older best friend, and the guy is the one who assumed I work at the inn hotel. P is my science teacher who was chaperoning, and T, it's my third best friend, technically M's date to the prom. Okay, please make it more complicated. So the prom was at an inn that is at many different locations, and so I will call this inn the Festivity Inn. You may know the real inn or a real inn with a similar name. I did not see any real staff besides caterers, so I don't know what the actual uniform was. I was wearing a gray dress shirt. I had no bow or tie though, so I don't know how formal it really looked. I was wearing black dress pants. I was getting hot and left the room. Right when I left the room, this guy asked how to get upstairs. At first, I thought that maybe he would ask me since I was the first person in the hall. I told him that I didn't know and that I just know this room, the one my prom took up, and the area of it. I told him to ask the adults down the hall, and those adults were the teachers from my school. They are not staff. Technically, I was an adult, but I am 5 feet and I have dyed hair. I figured he would not think I worked there. After that, when he went down the hall, saying never mind, though later I figured maybe the other side of the hotel had an elevator or stairs. I entered the prom room again and I found M sitting first and told her that I was mistaken as an employee and she did not think that was possible. I told DQ next since I bumped into them next. And next found P, who thought it was a good opportunity, or the other teacher did, to work there. I told N next and she said I really should make a Reddit account. Now I have a lot of entitled on stories waiting for Reddit, but I was too lazy to make an account until this happened. At least he was not entitled or rude about it. Maybe he felt embarrassed. I honestly wanted to help him find the stairs or an elevator. Before you leave, please check out our awesome I Don't Work Here Lady playlist. I am sure you will love it. Remember to help us reach 300 likes for this video, subscribe to the channel for more awesome Reddit stories, and hit the bell button to know exactly when we post a new video and join the notification gang. Thank you again for watching this 39 episode of I Don't Work Here Lady. See ya!